Make sure your laptop's muted over there. Oh, I think it's right here. I need to do it. Never mind.
Ladies and gentlemen,
let's rock.
This is FanStream Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
The following program is recommended for mature individuals and may contain material unsuitable for morons, cretins, and dishwipes. If you are a moron, please turn off your radio, because we don't need any more stupid, narrow-minded, pencil-neck geeks who wouldn't know the First Amendment if it came up and bit them on the butt. Thank you.
Yes. Welcome into the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim show. I am, of course, Colby Sapp, along with the guy bobbing and weaving and dumping his head, tumping his head. Is that a head tump right there?
I don't know, but I like it.
All right. Well, that's IndyCarTim. What's up, Tim?
Hello, Colby. Welcome into your show.
You know what? You gave me first billing on the title. I didn't ask for it. If you want to interact with us, either comment down below if you're viewing the live stream, and you can do that there. Or if you're a podcast downloader and you're hearing this later, by the way, hello from the past. Use our text line. Future, though. That's right. Let us know from the future. Text us back. Wonder if it works. Like they can just text us right now, later.
That would be awesome.
That'd be great.
That's some technology I need to know about.
Yep. You can use the FanStream Sports text line 214-937-0569 and use it and use it well. We have a plethora of. I use the word plethora. I'm proud of myself. We have a plethora of topics to get into for this show. But I actually want to start off with, not only is it damn hot outside, but I realized through, putting on this sleeveless shirt that it's been a while since I've worn sleeveless shirt because of the tan line that it's produced on my shoulders.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is because no one can get in any pools around here unless you have an indoor pool, and that won't create, fixed tan lines.
It's too hot for pools.
It's too hot for pools. I mean, yes, like the 101, whatever, 101 and 100 degrees, that's kind of too hot for pools. But now you're talking 107, 110s.
Yeah.
That's not, bath water, yes, at 100 degrees.
Hot tubs. Like even hot tubs, you only go up to like 98 before it's too hot.
Right.
For the water temperature.
So, it's ruining. Why the Funky Monkey? Why are people moving here? It's death outside. It's 100 and fuck out. Yeah, I said it.
I have a theory on why it's so hot.
Is it the heat dome? I've learned from KT on the Freak about the heat dome.
The heat dome? Mm-hmm. Well, if he's talking about California, then yeah, I think it's because of California.
California, because all the vegan farts?
Because all the California people are here, and they're all weird vegans, and they fart weird vegan farts, and it's making it hot in Texas.
Congratulations, we figured it out.
Idiots.
It's not global warming.
No, it's Texas warming.
Take that, Al Gore. It's
invented the internet.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
It's vegan farts. So if you were looking for the reason why, it's really hot around here. It's vegan farts.
KT might have something there.
He might, even though I'm not crediting him with the he just talked about the heat dome, which I don't quite understand. And I was listening to the words and still didn't dome. Still didn't quite understand it.
The words escaped you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, no, I heard them. I just some of the words were missing me. So there's that. So,
I ain't missing you at all.
It's too hot to like jump on the bike.
It's too hot to have sex outside, Colby. That's how you know it's hot.
Right.
I mean, that and the motorcycle thing. Man, I hadn't even been on the bike since it,
Just the thought of slapping on the brain bucket, which I know you don't wear because you're stupid.
I wear it when it's cold outside. Because that's when people crash.
No, is that the only that's the only time?
Yeah, people crash when it's cold. You got to have your brain bucket on.
Only time. By the way, we do have a crash news in news and notes. We also have a mystery shotgun to deliver to you, handcrafted by myself. Because Tim shot me a direct message on the Facebook today and said, "Hey, you got a mystery shotgun for the night?" Which usually means Tim's like, "Oh man, I need something better than what I've got."
Right.
Because what I've got, I might not even like, and if I don't even like it, then Colby's going to hate it.
Colby's going to look at the run sheet and go, "Nope,
Yeah, I'd have fixed it with something. So, but we've got other things, as I'm interested in the picky eater test.
Yep.
And we also are going to discuss the best variety of potato.
Best way to cook a potato, Colby.
Man, there's a bunch.
There is. I have one that stands out above the rest. We'll see if you agree.
Well, I'm probably not. I'm just going to guess probably not. That I won't think it's the best. And we, of course, have your Cowboys news, and we'll see if we can piss off Tim with some more Ring of Honor news that's been jettisoned out into the news world by their Cowboys. So a lot of stuff to get into, but man, tell you what, not only the heat outside, but is it making people dumber?
Man, there's something making people dumber. I don't know if it's aliens, if it's California.
Uh-huh.
But you're absolutely right. People might be getting dumber.
And it's not only the people you have to, like, share the roadways with, but in stores, just any interaction is like pulling teeth. It's just trying to make, I don't know, maybe it's the dad conversation where you're just like, "Hey, thank you." And, and you notice a T-shirt and you're like, "Hey, that band sucks," or "They're really good," or whatever, right? And the response you get is, it's nothing. Has everybody just forgot how to talk?
I think it's a combination of the heat.
Okay.
And all of the smart people like us being so tired of the dumb people like them.
Okay.
That you just give up on conversation. Like, you don't want to engage anybody that you don't know. I mean, I purposely avoid talking to people now.
I mean, that's the usual, but in, like, customer service situations to where, you're trying to not be the douchebag that just is on their phone the whole time and then just walks on. You're trying to do something.
Right.
Just to not be a clone zombie.
Colby, I legit went to the grocery.
I think everybody expects you to be a clone zombie.
Like all of them are. So I legit went to the grocery store. All I bought was a loaf of bread and a gallon of milk.
Oh, my God, the most old man things to buy.
I may have got some antacids and a new toothbrush to go along with it, and some Preparation H.
Right. Yes.
I might have put the Preparation H on the toothbrush by mistake because I had my glasses on. I went to the grocery store, and the guy was trying to engage me, checking me out with those two items, dude. Two freaking items. I don't need a hello. I don't need a how are you doing. I don't need a how was your day. I don't need a is this all for you. Seriously, why do you ask me is this all for you? No. Oh, you know what? I need 10 other things. I was going to buy those separate, though, after I checked out.
Right. Let me go back. Hold the line.
I legit told him, he said, how are you today? I said, don't talk to me. I gave him a don't talk to me, and I never looked him in the eye. I just said, don't talk to me.
So you're the reason why. It's the Tim reason why when I'm like, hey, da-da-da-da-da, just to make some kind of idle chit-chat for a second because I'm trying to ruin the awkwardness that's happened while a person stares at whatever I've bought.
Awkward's good.
I don't know. No, I don't need it in my life, so therefore I try and do something else with it.
No.
It's not even for them. It's
talk
for
to
me.
Don't talk to me.
I just acknowledge the fact that this guy with the gray beard knew who your band was on your shirt. That was the main thing. And if you're not going to, then fine, don't wear it to your job at Kroger.
It's just a damn T-shirt. I don't know who they are.
Stop getting your band T-shirts at
At
Goodwill.
Walmart. Do you know your band is washed up when they're selling your band T-shirt at Walmart?
Either that or they're that big. They could be that big that just...
Like you can buy Nirvana, Pearl Jam, of course, AC/DC. I mean, U2. I think, all those T-shirts are available at Walmart. Does that mean... I'm pretty sure it does. All those bands are washed up.
No, except for maybe U2.
Oh, they were washed up 30 years ago.
But the others that you named are right up my alleyway, which I guess might be...
But that doesn't mean they're not washed up just because you still like them.
It does to me. No, I'm using the Tim thing. It's what I think that matters, not what everybody else in the whole world thinks.
That's my thing.
No, yeah, I just said I'm using your thing.
Can't use my thing against me.
I sure can. I just did.
Damn it.
That's just what happened.
Swear to God.
Don't do that. So anyway, as I trumble, I just made up a word.
Are you tromboning?
Yeah, I'm tromboning. That's my trombone, everybody. Congratulations.
Oh, wait, we have a trombone on the show here that we could play.
Oh, I don't know if we have
It's a trombone, Colby.
Tim, I'm going to toss it to you because I actually just didn't even think of anything before the segment started, so I just kind of rambled on for a little bit.
Well, we went on about the heat and old people and Preparation H.
That's where my brain was, and that's where we got to. So now I toss it to you for Tim. What the hell day is it?
I'm glad you asked me, Colby. Today is Wednesday, August 23rd, 2023 in the year of our Lord. And as we get into what day it is.
As your computer slows down, so you're trying to...
Oh, no, it's a Mac, Colby. It goes super fast. It's not like one of them Winders. But we've got some interesting days today as we're going to start, and I don't know if this applies to us. I kind of feel it does in a couple of ways, but not maybe in general. As first off, Colby, it is Find Your Inner Nerd Day.
I always know where he's at.
I know where he is. He watched Ahsoka just now.
I sure did.
Because we just watched Ahsoka right before the show started.
Episode 1 review coming up in Mystery Shotgun, by the way.
Yep. Find Your Inner Nerd Day. You share your unique new
Mark.
Christ. I was trying to say like 4 different things at the same time.
Well, that's a unique jumble bunny you just had. Congratulations.
Oh, Jesus, I need more beer.
Monique, go ahead.
So it says share your uniqueness, and I was trying to say unique and then unique New York.
Why?
My brain didn't go into any of it. Share your uniqueness and your favorite nerdy things with the world today. That's kind of what we're doing, right?
Yeah, Mystery Shotgun's coming up.
That's what our show's about.
Top of the hour.
And as we needed more obscure professional days,
Okay.
it is Health Unit Coordinators Day.
Like the guy that checks on your penis?
I check my own.
Checks on your unit?
I don't know who's checking on your unit, but I check my own.
He's got a whole coordinator title. I'm the penis coordinator.
Is that a new... Dude, we should give, hookers that title now. Are you a Health Unit Coordinator? I need a coordinator from a unit.
Okay.
And then on a lighter note, It's National Sponge Cake Day.
Man, I thought you were going to say SpongeBob.
Oh, God, I hope there's not one of those.
Sponge cake.
Are you in on sponge cake?
One of the worst cakes.
Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you. It's unnecessary.
It's not unnecessary. It's just meh. It's just not. There's not enough to it.
Like, isn't the pineapple upside down cake? That's a sponge cake, right?
It is. Now, if you were to say a pineapple upside down cake and it was National Pineapple Upside Down Cake, I'm in.
Yeah.
But just regular old sponge cake?
Should you make cake out of pineapple?
Yes.
You should do anything with pineapple.
You first of all, eat more pineapple.
Oh, it makes your pee smell like asparagus.
Also, supposedly makes your Greenman taste better.
Your what?
According to the ladies.
Oh, we're using codes. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. It makes your pee smell good. Doesn't that affect your Greenman?
Yes.
Because you can have a little bit of each coming out at the same time.
No, you don't.
You don't have a Greenman flow with your pee flow? Or vice versa?
No, I think you need to go get a doctor. You need to go get a unit coordinator.
To check my Greenman?
Yes. By the way, if you just came into that part, I don't know if I need to apologize or congratulate you. If you just came in right then during that part, did no preface on the conversation, you just were there.
I need a unit coordinator to check my Greenman, Colby. Or, if you've been with us for the last 15 minutes, congratulations for sticking with us.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Where's the rails?
If I could leave, I would. It's also, Colby, National Cheap Flight Day. I feel like that doesn't exist, right?
National Cheap Flight Day?
Yeah.
All right, it's double cheap.
It's just not cheap. It is Day of the National Flag. National Day of the National Flag. So whatever your national flag is, it's that day. But doesn't America have a Flag Day?
Yes, it's a separate.
It's a holiday, though, right? Just not a what day is it day. It. Oh my God, poor puppies. Colby's International Blind Dog Day.
So, it's a day for your dog because every dog has its day, but only blind dogs today.
I have a blind dog at home. Did you know that? Have I talked about my poor Ginger Baker?
No.
Dude, she's like 16.
Uh-huh.
She's blind. She's deaf. She walks into walls. She walks into doors. She doesn't know where she's peeing and pooping. She literally, every morning when I wake up, I've got to walk over and make sure she's breathing.
Right.
Because it's just like any day now. But, physically she's fine. She's not in pain. She doesn't know where she's going. Like, I'll open the back door to let her out, and she gets stuck between the back door and the wall. She's panicking because she's touching things with her, like, snout, and she knows this is not where I'm supposed to be.
Right.
But I don't know where I'm supposed to be.
Just help her out,
I do.
man.
Eventually, I got to just pick her up, and I take her. I drop her outside, and then she wanders around the yard because I'll leave her out. And I'll find her over in the corner, like thinking that's the door to get in. She's like scratching on the fence like it's the door to get in.
Oh, no.
Stupid dog.
You're not supposed to laugh at that dog.
Oh, we have so much laughs at that dog. She's just so old, man. Colby, it is National Cuban Sandwich Day. I don't know why Mark has to have his own day.
Oh, man, the Cuban sandwich, one of the greatest sandwiches to ever be made.
If it's made right. There's a lot of people that don't make it right.
No, that's true, but it is so good.
You got to have the right kind of bread.
Right. It's got to have the crunch on top. You go ahead and press that thing.
Yep, and then it's got to have a good spicy mustard with it.
Oh, yeah, and the pickle better be, it better be a best made. Let's just
and the ham and the pork. Oh, man, I do love me a good Mark Cuban sandwich. Colby, it is National Levi Day. Not the jeans.
Just anybody named Levi?
Someone named Levi. It is your day today, Levi.
All right, well, congratulations. You probably talk about the Rangers a lot.
Would you? All right, Levi Weaver. You had a Levi Weaver mentioned on this show today. There you go.
Uh-huh.
For that athletic. Colby, would you name your kid? Would you consider Levi for a name? For a kid?
Probably not, no.
And if you did, would you make his middle name Strauss? I would totally do that.
No.
That'd be awesome. Levi Strauss.
I mean, yes. Would that be awesome? Okay, yes.
But you
would I
wouldn't do it to
it?
your kid?
No.
How about National Ride Like the Wind Day?
Every day.
I mean, I don't know if it's the Christopher Cross song, the Yacht Rock.
No, it's just pretty much just get in the car and just drive super fast.
Well, this shows a person on a hang glider.
Oh, well.
So I'm thinking this is like not in a car.
I'm kind of out on hang gliders.
Oh, I'm way out on hang gliders. Sometimes I can't believe I used to fly little airplanes, Colby.
I still can't.
I used to fly airplanes that I felt like I didn't get in them. I put it on because they were tiny.
You flew around in a strap-on airplane?
I like strap-on things.
Well, you and Diggs both.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah, probably. So here's the thing. Like, if we were stuck somewhere, but we had a running airplane, and it's like an island or whatever, and you're like, dude, I got it. We can get out of here.
Yeah.
I can pull this off.
Yep.
You're leaving without me.
Okay.
I'm not getting on that plane.
I'll send someone back for you.
Good.
If
I
I remember.
I don't think you're making it.
If I remember. Well, I mean, if we're on an island, there's water, and I'll be flying low and slow. So even if I fall in the water, I'll float on the wreckage until you find me.
Right.
Because you would have figured out another way. You probably forget about me.
That's right. Over there with my coconut TV.
Yes. SpongeBob and your pineapple upside down sponge cake.
Hey, man, if the professor can do it, I can do it. That's for sure.
Colby, it's National Valentino Day.
I love Valentinos.
Now, what is a Valentino?
Valentino. Never mind. I'm thinking about the hot sauce.
Oh, yeah. No, that's not that. This is a picture of Rudolph Valentino, the actor.
Okay. Then no, I'm not a big fan of Rudolph Valentino. It's just any Valentino.
I guess if you're named Valentino.
All right, cool.
How about National Tooth Fairy Day?
Why?
Do you believe in the Tooth Fairy, Colby?
Yeah.
Like Santa Claus?
You know what? I've been the Tooth Fairy, so no.
Yeah. Right. How about National Be an Angel Day?
F that. I can't find them people.
I need to be a devil day today is what I need.
I don't even know what that means.
I'm a devil. I'm a devil like the Dickens, like old people say.
Mark, you saying I like the Dickens.
I like all the Dickens. Oh, God, we got a really long one here, Colby.
Okay.
That's what she said. Colby, today is International Day commemorating the victims of acts based on violence, based on religion or belief.
Skip.
Bayless?
No, just skip it. I don't even want. Just skip that one.
It took me a long time to read it.
I know that's enough. We've given enough time.
We have. How about National Pamela Day?
Anderson.
Okay.
I mean,
would go for some Pamela Anderson today.
Mm-hmm.
National Pecan Tort Day.
Tart.
Tort.
It's
just like a little pie.
Okay, so it's a tart.
It says tort. T-O-R-T-E.
Okay. Well, I call them tarts.
Well, it's bigger. Tarts are a little bitty like that, right? This one's about like that. So it's between a pie and a tart.
Every time.
So it's a port.
Okay. All right. So it's a part.
It's pecan. Do you say pecan or pecan?
Both. I
say pecan, but I like to say pecan to make people question me. To make people question my intelligence more than
I know what you're talking about, so I don't, right. I hear people, it's pecans around here. You need to shut your mouth, pecan, or whatever. Shut up.
And we have something called National Rainbow Baby Day.
Like Rainbow Bright?
I don't know. It just says we join these beautiful infants in celebrating. Are there babies made of rainbows?
Hey, man.
This must be a thing.
Probably.
We should probably stay away from it.
Mm-hmm.
How about National Surgical Oncologist Day?
Butt?
I mean...
Cancer.
That's cancer, right?
Okay, yeah.
What's a butt doctor? Proctologist.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope there's a day for them.
I mean...
We should make it today.
I don't know how you go to school to be a doctor and you're choosing what profession you are and you're just like, yeah, butt. I'm doing the butt.
I'm going to go to the orientation for that and I'm going to wear my butt stuff t-shirt.
Yeah, there you go.
I feel like it'd fit right in. How about National Take Your Cat to the Vet Day? Like, even if he's not sick, today's the only day you can take him.
I mean, cats don't know.
Maybe all the cats would die.
No, cats just don't like going to anywheres. It's a car ride. That sucks. If you have a cat that loves car rides, I need to know about it because I've never had a cat that loves car rides. They effing hate it.
And then finally, Colby, tell me why we need this. National World Plant Milk Day.
Almond milk, cashew milk.
Did you know plant milk is good, sustainable alternative to dairy milk? No, it's not. It's not the same thing. Maybe it tastes okay, but it's not an alternative to dairy milk because they're not the same thing.
I mean, I use them the same way. In fact, that's what I drink. So
You don't drink milk anymore, like at all?
I can't. I'm lactose intolerant, Tim.
It's not real. That's in your head.
Okay, sure. You tell that to what my butt turns into when I drink milk.
I think I'm kind of getting that. But I don't care. I keep drinking my 2% milk.
Man, F that. Just almond milk.
So you got me on like sweet almond milk, right?
Yeah.
Which isn't as good as unsweet, but I can't drink the unsweet anything. It's like drinking tap water.
Okay. Again, I just use unsweet almond milk and cashew milk for my cereal and stuff that I eat.
Right, you don't like drink, but you never drank milk anyway, right?
Well, I didn't. I mean, I drank your lactose-free whatever
Did
milk
you?
and stuff, right?
Lactaid.
But I didn't ever really. I mean, once I found out that drinking milk caused, butt explosions and stuff, and
I don't need milk for that.
stomach gurglings and bubblings, and I stopped drinking milk.
I love milk. I'll go through a gallon of milk. I could probably drink 2 gallons of milk a week.
Yeah, I
drink
can't.
milk with everything.
I can't.
I'll have milk with breakfast.
As soon as milk, like I drink it and it tastes good, right? And as soon as it gets past my throat to
Right.
my stomach,
You just can't anymore.
Everything's on fire. Everything's on fire.
What causes that? Is that like a lack of an enzyme or something in your stomach?
I didn't ask.
I bet you could supplement that with an enzyme where you could drink milk again.
Probably, but I didn't ask.
Let's drink that together.
No, I'm good with my almond milk and
I
stuff.
feel like I feel bad for you that you need to drink regular milk, not plant milk. We need to string this together.
Get plenty of protein in, sir. I don't need to worry about milk.
And how do you milk an almond? Does it have like
Nipples.
nipples?
Yes.
Almond nipples.
Yeah, that's
That's the name of the episode.
Mm-hmm. Milk the almond.
Almond nipples, Colby.
Mm.
All right. Well, there's your days today.
Woo.
Probably hear a little bit more about some of those as we get into it. But that means it's everyone's favorite part of the show. As I struggle to find our button here.
This is the part of the show where he went through what day it is. I tell you who was born on this day. Well, and I made a list of the famous people that were famous enough to make my list. So this is the segment called Good, Bad, and the Ugly, to where I offer them to you and Tim and myself, even though I already know the list, and we decide who's going to be the good person and the bad person and or the ugly person. Starting off today, turning 74 years old, as I really want to drink this water, but I'm going to set it back down because I'm talking. Shelley Long.
Are you kidding me? She's 74?
74 years old today.
Colby, I still would. Diane Chambers.
You know what?
And Dee Dee Pritchett.
You had me at Diane. You lost me at Dee Dee.
But you don't know who that is, do you?
No, because I don't remember.
She was on Modern Family. She had a recurring character on Modern Family as Ed O'Neill, his character Jay, is his ex-wife.
Okay.
And she was Dee Dee. She also had a sister named Cece.
Uh-huh.
And a sister named BB. I like that bit, even though it was only on TV.
Well, man.
Cece, BB, and Dee Dee.
Ray Park turns 49 years old today. We kind of mentioned him. And maybe mentioned
Darth
him.
Maul, right?
Yes. Also, he was Toad in the
Let's Rocket.
In the X-Men. No, in the X-Men movie, he was Toad.
Where did they tow him to?
No, he's got struck. Toad, he just had a long tongue and could jump around. He's a Toad mutant.
I remember that.
So, Ray Park, we're hoping to see you soon.
Yep.
Really like to. Turning 46 years old today, and ladies and gentlemen, I found your bad, as Jared Fogle, his birthday's today.
Oh, children porn.
Mm-hmm.
And Subway. They probably don't want me to mention that, do they? And Colts. The Colts, right?
Was he a
He's
Colts?
a huge Colts fan. Remember in the commercials when they first started it, when they were showing fat pictures of him?
Yeah.
He was always in Colts stuff, like a Colts jersey and a Colts T-shirt,
A Colts tent?
a Colts tent over his head.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is he still in jail?
Yeah, he better be. We want to look that up. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know if I was him, if I'd want to be released. I think just keep me in there. I don't want anybody asking me what's up.
Yeah, you think he'd God, he appeared on the Subway commercials for 15 years.
Yes, he did. I still remember the day like news broke and they're like
Yep.
they're like going into his home and stuff. It's like the cops were there and also so was the news. It's like the cops let them know, hey, we're going over to Jared Fogel's house. I want you to bring the news cameras. This is going to be good.
In 2015, federal prosecutors announced they had reached a deal with Fogel in which he would plead guilty to 2 counts, 1 distribution and 1 receipt of child pornography, and 1 traveling to engage in illicit sexual conduct with a minor from Indiana to New York City with a 17-year-old girl. Incarceration, November 21st, 2015. His possible release date is March 24th, 2029.
Still got a little bit to go.
And in 2016, he was, probably shouldn't laugh at that, sexually assaulted by another male inmate.
Probably
So,
gets what he deserves.
We'll just
there
leave
on
it at that, yeah. Karma.
Lynn Sanity turns 35 years old today. One Jeremy Lin.
That lasted longer than it should have, right?
But he was really good for that little bit, man.
Remember the Maverick rumors?
I do remember the Maverick rumors. I also still remember that
he's only
ill-fated
35.
ESPN headline that I don't know if I want to say it or not.
Oh, no. Well, if it was a headline, you can.
Well, it was something about there was something wrong with his armor. Really?
Only was it something to the effect of there's a chink in Lynn's armor?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you say that? It's just a headline.
I know, but it was so bad I didn't want to say it.
We love our Asian friends.
Julian Casablancas turns 45 years old.
A
today.
movie about him.
Yeah, he's also that singer for The Strokes.
How old is Julian?
45 years old. And yes, that whole band missed me, but I know everybody else, most
too.
people think they're great.
Yeah, me too. I know KT's a big fan of them.
But yeah, they missed me with that music. Scott Kahn turns 47 years old. Hawaii 5-0.
And he's on that new show about chasing homeless kids or something. I forgot what it is. He's another cop. It's another cop show.
Right,
Son of James, of course.
right. And also, his hair's taller than he is.
It is, but man, he's got good hair though.
Rick Springfield turned 74.
Huh. Jesse's girl.
That's about it.
He's how old?
74 years old.
He's the same age as Diane Chambers.
He's also the same age as Shelley Long.
That goes without saying.
Barbara Eden is 92.
Dude. Man, my genie pants went crazy for her.
Of course. Everybody that watched
92.
things in Technicolor.
Do you know that they, because of censorship in the 60s when I Dream of Jeannie was on, they used putty to fill her belly button so you couldn't see her belly button on TV?
I never knew that. No,
Yep.
they puttied her
They
button.
puttied her button.
That might be the title of the show.
Do we need to change it to putty button?
Putty button. Seth Curry turns 33 years old today.
Maverick.
Mm-hmm. Passed away in 1993. That River Phoenix.
What do you ever do?
He did some things. Then he did some drugs.
What? No, seriously. I know him from the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles on TV, like in the early 90s. I mean, what movies was he in?
River Phoenix was in a couple of movies that I didn't have interest in that everybody thought was great.
That's Joaquin's older brother, right?
Yes.
Huh. All right.
Lil Yachty turns 26, Tim. I know you're a big Lil Yachty fan.
Is he Lil and is he a Yachty?
I mean, yes, to both of those.
All right. Is that a rapist?
He is a rapper. So,
Okay.
and Kobe Bean Bryant passed away in. Don't do that.
You ever do?
Was second greatest basketball player I ever saw.
What? Oh, that you ever saw play in person?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll buy that. What year did he die? Like 18?
2020.
Really?
Mhm.
Um,
Second greatest basketball player I ever saw, TV or live. Yes.
come on. Really?
Yes.
Who's your first?
Jordan.
All right. I guess you can have that one. Everybody's wrong sometimes.
Who? Okay. Yes, you've obviously watched more basketball than I have. Who is? What's your number two or number? I guess Jordan's your number one. Guess.
Jordan's number 2.
Okay.
Bill Russell, best player ever in the
Never
history
seen
of
him.
basketball.
Never
I know, and that's why I gave you a pass. I mean, I didn't see him in person, but I know his game enough. Then I would put Wilt number 3.
Never seen him.
But you've seen footage of him. You never watched
Never
the game,
watched
though?
the-
Yeah, you don't like watching old things.
Yeah.
Like, I can sit there and watch old games from the 60s and 70s, like, start to finish.
Right.
I love that stuff. I used to. They just killed somebody.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if that's real
Probably.
on an AEW. I mean, Kobe's probably, he's top 10 for sure.
Okay.
I'm not prepared to give you, Dirk's top 10. I'd probably put Dirk ahead of Kobe.
I love Dirk a whole
I
bunch.
know, but you won't put him in front of Kobe. I get it. That's
Right.
fine.
As far as the player, heart and everything, Dirk, amazing.
Right.
But just pure basketball IQ and playing ability.
Yeah, it's hard to do this by they play different positions,
Right.
You know? So, I don't want to hijack good, bad, and ugly here. But,
That's all right.
But
That's
I get Kobe. I get it. He's not very high on my list. I probably put Shaq ahead of Kobe.
Oh, Shaq's up there, but I love Shaq. But you talk about a one-trick pony.
It's a good trick, though.
Has a really good trick. There's a one-trick pony. So yeah, and I'm guessing I'm telling everybody my favorite position by who my top 2 are.
Sure.
That kind of just all over the place.
Yep.
Height, athleticism, everything, shot, going to the basket, hitting threes. Yeah. So there you go. So there is your
Right.
list of good, bad, and the ugly. So your turn to offer up who you thought was your good and ugly. Your bad's already taken. Just is.
Do we
Tim?
have Facebook birthdays today, Colby?
Well, you can look at it.
I know.
I should probably look at it sometime too.
Celebrating Facebook birthdays today, Colby. As we attempt to get to birthdays. I probably could have prepared a little bit better for this.
You probably could have.
Good thing we're not on a clock or anything.
Right.
Let's see, who did you forget on my other list, though? I think Colby, you forgot Janelle Eliana. It's her birthday today.
Did I?
She's a Gen Z female black artist. Black with a capital B, apparently.
Uh-huh.
Bada TD, birthday, dubbed the Fresh Prince of Flatbush, a rapist. Francesca Real, it's her birthday, and she's cute, so I had to mention her name.
Uh-huh.
And then some YouTuber named James Tucker also had a birthday today. Colby, you may be familiar with one Ari Timpkin.
Oh, Ari.
Celebrating a birthday today.
What up, bud?
My former middle school band director,
Uh-huh.
Dick Clardy.
His name again?
Dick Clardy
All right.
turned 73 today. Wow. Friend of the show, Sam Summer, turns 43 today.
Summer of Sam. What's up, dude?
And that's it for Facebook birthdays. If you would like to be shouted out on a show for your birthday, just let us know, man. Or befriend one of us on Facebook.
Right. Probably Tim.
Yeah,
Because I don't
probably me.
know. I'll look at mine.
Yeah, I never look at it either, except for too late during the show.
Right.
Colby, my good. Man, there's a bunch on here. Kind of wanted to go Scott Conn. kind of wanted to go Jesse's girl. And I was going to go Shelley Long until you brought up, Colby, Barbara Eden. She is my good because,
Strong good right there.
man, I had a lot of kid thoughts about her back in the day. As we watched her and Roger Healy and Major, I forgot his name,
Major Tom.
Ground Control, J.R. Ewing.
That's right.
Colby, my bad. Jared Fogle.
Can't be anybody else.
That's like having Hitler on here, right?
Man, Jared Fogle, Subway, Hitler, all in the same.
All kind of the same.
Wow. Hey,
And-
Subway's now slicing their meat, by the way.
They are. They're copying Jersey Mike's.
There you go.
Getting on board. I mean, the first they copied, what was it, Quiznos, when they were still around by
Getting
t-
the
Toastin'.
Yeah, the talking mouse.
Yeah, stupid Quiznos. My ugly Colby. I feel like we got some options here. I'm gonna go River Phoenix. Probably doesn't look very good these days.
Okay, you're probably right. My good is Kobe Bryant. My bad, Jared Fogle. And my ugly just now looks like the dude that is super douche. That's
Right.
Rick Springfield.
He just looks old douche, right?
Yeah.
But he's not, man. He's a sweetheart.
I imagine he is. He just, the pictures that I've seen of him lately just makes, I just want to kick his testicles into outer space.
I get it. I can see that. I think someone did die on our AEW, Colby. I don't know if that was staged or not.
Well, I can tell you this. They wouldn't be letting the other wrestlers
Be around him?
help him into the ambulance if that was actual ambulance staff.
Are they going to drop him like they did Mike Madonna?
Maybe. So there you go. So there is your good, bad, and ugly, which, of course, leads us into a little bit of timeout as we pay a couple of bills. But coming up next, we are getting your sports report, and then you're getting your mystery shotgun. So your sports and your comic book news is all coming up on the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show. Golf, there's a good chance you do because I said so. But what do you need playing golf? Well, you need clubs, right? Clubs, you need balls. The thing that people don't usually think about is that golf bag. And that's what most people see when they look at your golf clubs, like right off the bat. And if you've got a raggedy bag, it's not doing you any favors, bud. So get you a new bag. Go over to orca-golf.com. Orca-golf.com. Why are you going there? You're going there because you want a golf bag, but you want one that's kind of screams you. So you want to pick the colors.
For
well,
the
you can use your own
30,
custom
60,
colors.
90.
Maybe you have a logo in mind. Maybe it's your
the merger.
logo. You're like Prince. You just have a symbol. That's the case. Dude, you can get your logo on there. Your name. Just get it done exactly like what you want it done. By actual designers. Nothing goes out of their factory without the approval of the founder, Erica Bennett, who is just brilliant. We've seen some of her bags. We've got one of them actually in the studio. And you know what? Dude, it looks good. If you want other people to look at your golf setup and go, man, that just screams Frank. You want that? Then go over to orca-golf.com. Do yourself a favor and use the promo code DSP10 for 10% off and free shipping. I'll say that again, DSP10 for 10% off and free shipping. So do it today because Orca Golf is the best choice in the game.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about turf life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today and snag that window decal or snag any other special Turf Life accessories and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you.
Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim show right here on FanStream Sports on a Wednesday from the FanStream Sports studios in Dallas. Colby, it's hot outside.
It is.
God almighty, I'm having a beer. Haven't had a beer on the air in a long time.
How many is that beers?
I only bought 6.
Okay.
I'm only on number 2.
All right, well, there you go.
I'm going to ease my way back into it. Next week, I'm going to bring the 12-pack. I'm going to do 3 during the golf show.
Uh-huh.
And then the remaining 9 during our show.
All right, we'll kick ass.
That's my goal for Monday.
Well, this should be a great show then.
And maybe when we ever get our fireball machine in here, I'll be doing some shots in between as we have that in the works, bringing our chilled fireball shot.
All right.
I think we can put like Fireball in it. We can put Jaeger in it. We can put Rumpel in it. We can put whatever we want in it that'll just keep it chilled. We just pull the little spout and pour ourselves a shot and go to town.
Huh.
Can't wait.
Need to put some Crown in it.
Do me some drinking. I'll do some Crown Vanilla. You had Crown Vanilla?
Just leave it alone.
No, I'm a fan of I'll probably put Crown Reserve in it.
All right. Yeah.
I prefer that over the regular Crown, although I will have either. I had a Crown Vanilla and Diet Coke the other day.
See, you're not going to win me over by
Oh, I know, because you just drink it straight.
flavoring anything.
And I didn't order it. It was a mistake that somebody had made. So the bartender's like, "Hey, do you want this?" As no, I have to dump it if you don't. So I drank it. And it wasn't bad. I don't know that I would order that all the time, but
Right.
it wasn't bad. And I've gotten girls hooked on the was it Crown Apple and Cranberry. It's a girl drink, but if you like sweet drinks,
Right.
like chicks do, and it's red, of course, it's pretty. They dig the Crown Apple Cranberry. It's pretty good. Good. Colby, as we get into our 7:46 Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Sports Report that we don't have an intro for yet because I'm too lazy to do one, so we're going to do it right now with this voice. It's the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Sports Report right here on the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show, FanStream Sports. Okay.
You need to leave those to me.
Ooh. I got to catch my breath after that one. Colby, our Texas Rangers are in a bit of a skid.
They are in a bit of a skid.
Man, and, they went through a bit of a skid going into the All-Star break.
Right.
And, we didn't cry panic quite yet. I forgot how many. I think they only lost, 4 of 7 or something, and we called that a skid. I feel like this is a bona fide skid, though, Colby, as they've now lost 6 in a row. You went into the series with the Angels on Monday, August 14th, after winning 2 of 3 from the Giants. Before that, you won 2 of 3 from the A's. You're feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
You welcome the Angels to town. You win game 1, 12-0 on Monday. You win game 2, 7-3 on Tuesday. And that's the last. Tuesday, August 15th was their last win because you lost the finale in that series on Wednesday, 2-0. You get blanked. You then lost 3 at home to the Brewers. And Colby, that 9-8 on Friday, the opening of the series, that was the closest you came because you lost 9-8, 6-1, and 6-2. And now you've lost the 2-game set with the Diamondbacks in Arizona, 4-3 and 6-3.
Right.
They travel to the Twin Cities tomorrow for a 4-game series. And boy, howdy, they need to figure some things out because this is getting uncomfortable.
It is getting uncomfortable. I can tell you there's a couple things that happened with your Rangers and my Rangers. And it started with the injury bug kind of fluttering around with that lineup. Some of your – and really Will Smith and a couple of other relievers haven't done that great. But your main thing about this team is that when you started losing people, you started asking other players to do more than what they've been doing this whole season. And when you do that, like when you start asking your guy that's just mainly for stealing bases and hitting singles, and Jankowski, and you start moving him up the lineup, that's just a symbol of where the lineup is right now to where it should be.
Right.
The other thing that happened with your Texas Rangers is you went up against a Milwaukee pitching staff that is really damn good and can throw everything off in your timing, your ability to really read a pitcher, and make you question some of the things that you were doing. So those two in combination has started a little bit of a batter slump because this Texas Rangers team, as much as we tout the starting pitching and everything else, when they're humming, when they're singing along, it's, 9, 12, whatever, 7. It's big numbers. It's crooked numbers in your offense. And we haven't seen that in a few games. Now, we have seen that most of the season. So I suggest everybody that's going to the panic button, hold on a little bit. Yeah, the Mariners caught fire. Astros not really too much fire. But, yeah, the Mariners caught fire. But just hold on. I think this is one of those things that will play out in the Rangers' favor once things start getting back together. Because I don't – as much as everybody wants to hit the panic button, don't. Because this is not a not well-managed group. This is a very well-managed group. And I think they will find a way and catch a hold.
Yeah, and I've mentioned this before when we talked about skids or losing streaks or poor play. I have all the faith in the world in Bruce Bochy to get these guys out of this. And, it's funny. You talk about when guys are down, guys are out, some guys are slumping, you start asking other players to do more.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget this is an extremely young team.
It is.
I mean, I know we've got Corey Seager, we've got Marcus Semien, but really for the most part, the rest of the squad's pretty young. So
we're missing Young.
Yeah, we're missing Josh Young big time right now. He should be back for before the end of the season, but we just want him healthy for the playoffs at this point. So looking at the standings, Colby, you mentioned, of course, Texas is sliding right now, 3-7 in their last 10 with a 6-game losing streak. Houston's only playing 500 ball right now, but they find themselves half a game back of the Rangers.
It has been that close before.
It has, but you mentioned Seattle, man. And I'm a little worried about Seattle because they are on a tear, and they are just a game and a half back from the Rangers.
They are, but the same thing that people see as a semblance of what could be wrong with the Rangers is going to end up being wrong with those Mariners, is that's the youth and the young guys and not knowing, how to keep this going. That could be a thing that affects them. Right now, they're humming along.
Right. And they're on a tear right now, similar to what the Rangers were earlier in the season.
Right.
And that can't be sustained. We've seen that here. That can't be sustained.
Well, the Rangers were on a tear coming out of the All-Star break.
Right.
So
I'm not really worried about Seattle. Seattle may find themselves in first place here in the next couple of weeks, but they won't sustain it. Houston or Texas, they're much better clubs. They're much better all-around, complete ball clubs. Houston, I still think, is better than the Rangers. They're not playing like it, though, and I attribute that. I know Houston's got a good manager, but in Dusty Baker, but, man, I put Bruce Bochy up against anybody in the major leagues right now. And I know Dusty's got skin on the walls, too.
Right, and toothpicks.
And toothpicks in his mouth, but, dude, give me Boach anytime over any of these guys. You know what? It's maybe even in an arm wrestling contest.
I mean,
Or as he would say it, an arm wrestling contest.
right. Yeah, you could do that. By the way, this is another step into that Tim hates all the home teams and thinks everybody's better than the home teams.
Not true.
Yeah, no.
I mean, that is usually a fact. Very rarely have we had the best teams in any sport.
He'll pick the rivals and just say that they're better. That just to
Houston
get under
won a
your
World
skin.
Series.
He learned radio from Arnie Spanier, and this is just kind of how it works.
Longhorn sock.
Call in,
Why do I have a line open?
jackass.
By the way, we will have a phone line soon.
Woo!
I'm developing that right now for call-ins, Colby. I don't know if it's going to be a good idea. Maybe a failed experiment, but
Probably.
we may try it.
You know how I feel about call-ins.
I know how you feel about people named Colin. You don't like them at all.
Cowherd.
It's really weird. Yeah,
Suck.
he does kind of these days. Except for when he has Fish on the show. Exclusive. And Fish thinks he has to put on a suit to be on the Colin Cowherd show. I'm like, come on. Wear your Cowboys hoodie or something.
That's right.
So, yeah, I'm not too terrified about what's going to happen. The Rangers will most likely lose hold of first place for the first time this season, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It might give this young club, something to shoot for here to get it back. So,
Yeah,
a little bit of motivation.
A little bit of motivation, and let's just hope that the skid isn't because their booty hole's closing up.
No, I mean, mine did for a minute,
Right.
but it is what it is. Colby, in other sports news, we're right around the corner from the start of
Yes,
the
we
NFL,
are.
baby.
Thank God.
Is that why the Rangers are playing bad? Because it's football season?
Yeah, everybody's just kind of peering over.
Yeah. Are they still? Yeah, okay, I guess.
Hey, look at them. They still play baseball this time of year? Great.
I mean, in other cities, yes.
Right.
And so one remaining preseason game left, and that is on Sunday.
At whichever
I don't
time,
remember.
I'll peep over at it, but the realization that there will be nobody playing this game
I still think that's a mistake.
that will have anything to do with your Sunday football. And it better not be, not after you lost Overshone and you lost Stevens.
I mean,
Overshone looked like he was going to be a mammoth as a second-tier linebacker.
and he still will be.
Just not this year.
It's not going to be, but that's fine. We're deep at linebacker. I mean, is it unfortunate? Yes. But, I mean, he played at Texas. Does anybody really care?
I mean, no, but he looked great. He looked great, Tim. So that's definitely unfortunate. Now I do have questions. Since we're on the Cowboys real quick, I have one question because it just as I've been watching the preseason, I have noticed more of the Texas coast offense happening. And I started putting two and two together in my brain. And all right, so if you've been a listener of this show and this podcast when we talk about Cowboys, and you know that I am a Dak Prescott proponent. I've got my number 4 jersey. I'm ready to rock and roll. He's my quarterback. But I always had one complaint that's been pretty consistent, is that Dak Prescott, since I've been watching him, the only route that I've ever seen him have continuous trouble with is what route, Tim?
The out route.
Nope.
Oh, I have seen him have trouble with that all the time. The deep ball?
I have argued about this multiple times.
The shuffle pass.
The slant.
Oh, like the quick slant?
The slant.
All right. The one that Aikman mastered for 10 years?
He is. How many times have you watched and you've seen to where if the ball was out in front of the guy,
Right.
he's gone. Dak hits him, and it's behind him.
Right.
A lot. In fact, to the point to where me as a proponent and just Dak jersey-wearing dude, I've even admitted I just don't know if that's in his bag.
But he has issues with other routes, too. He can't throw a like a 10-yard box out to save his life.
Oh, he does. It's a lot of times it's low. A
Um,
lot of times the box out is low, but he's there.
but you're right. That slant, and that's out of the 15 interceptions he had and the 5 or 6 that bounced off of receivers. Those were on slant patterns, weren't they?
Yeah, and it was usually it hit him in the shoulder, like maybe even the back shoulder. They should have caught it.
Right.
They should have caught it, but it wasn't exactly where. What is West Coast or the Texas Coast offense running most of the time?
Slants.
Yep. So
Quarterback controversy, Colby.
no, I don't know about that.
Cooper Rush.
I don't know about that.
Rush can throw the slant.
This is either going to be proving me right on that. I think that may be something he has trouble with, or he fixes it, and Dak Prescott's now like the ultimate quarterback.
I would love nothing more.
No, you wouldn't. You
Why
love to
you-
sit on. You love to sit on your Dak hate soapbox.
I don't hate Dak. I just don't think he's very good lately. That's all. I don't know why you think he is. Why you can't just say, man, Dak hasn't been great the last couple of years.
He's had not great games. Yes.
Okay. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying it different than that.
Not, never mind. You're going to get me yelling again because the look of glee on your face every time it's time to bury Dak Prescott.
I don't want to bury him because we don't have anybody else.
You just walk in with your Grim Reaper pom-poms in your hands, and you're just like, yes!
I got a Washington Redskins pom-pom over here because, yes, they are going back to that name, make no mistake. And my New York Giants pom-pom over here. And I'm going, Dak failure! No, I would never do that, dude. I love Dak. I mean, I'd rather have, mark all of that.
Mark.
I would rather have Daniel Jones on this offense. I think he'd be a better quarterback for the Cowboys right now. But
I'm so glad.
there's about 5 other quarterbacks I'd rather have too. But we don't. We have Dak, and we're not going to get those other quarterbacks.
You were sounding for a second like you were actually having kind of a smart moment until you uttered that Daniel Jones nonsense,
Future
and
Hall of Famer.
then you went back to being stupid again.
Hall of Famer.
So glad you covered up. It was about to be an excellent Oreo, and then you stuck your penis in it.
Made it a double stuffed with my penis.
Yeah, got a Greenman Oreo now, and that's bad.
A Greenman double stuffed Oreo penis.
All right, so we won't get into Trayvon Diggs with that.
Well, we can if you want. I'm talking
nope.
about Greenman.
I wanted to ask you because it seemed to be announced that old DeMarcus Ware is going into that Cowboys Ring of Honor. That Cowboy that you've now disowned because he went into or has nothing but Bronco stuff in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I'm kind of over that, Colby.
Are
It
you?
just, it jarred me that day.
Okay.
But, of course, I love DeMarcus Ware.
All right.
I do have questions about him going. I don't have questions about him going into the Ring of Honor, obviously.
Right.
I have questions about him going into the Ring of Honor before about a plethora of other people that are deserving as well that aren't there yet.
You mean like Jimmy?
You know, I absolutely, but I don't even feel that's up for conversation anymore. That'll happen when Jerry and Jimmy are both dead. I think Steven will do the right thing. When they're both dead, we'll all see Jimmy Johnson in the Hall of Fame. And you know how Tom Landry has a little hat next to his name?
Right.
Jimmy's is going to be just like the silhouette of his hair.
Okay.
And I'd be okay with that. No, Tony Romo,
Definitely.
Jason Witten.
Before Ware. Okay.
Well, they retired before, and I know they're not in the Hall of Fame right now, and that's why they're associating Witten with or Ware with the Hall of Fame or the Ring of Honor because he just went into the Hall of Fame. I get it.
Right.
The Cowboys Ring of Honor should not depend on the Pro Football Hall of Fame to put the people in. If Romo retired, 6 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
7 years ago? Witten retired recently. Those, to me, though, they're deserving first.
You know what, Tim? I can't believe you're saying this because yes, I knew you were going to say Jason Witten. I didn't know you were going to say Tony Romo.
I think he belongs in the Ring of Honor.
I agree. I think if he goes into the Ring of Honor for the Cowboys, he might actually make that NFL Hall of Fame.
Right, because that's happened before.
Because of the precedent set
Right.
by only people in the Ring of Honor is Hall of Famers.
Yep.
If he does that, then he can get Tony into. And he deserves. I mean, Jerry deserves to use that clout once time for it. Just to get that done. Now, everybody that sighed inside is like, Tony Romo talk. Shut up.
Oh,
Tired.
come on. It's our show.
Yeah. Sorry about that. But, yeah, if they did that, there's a good possibility. I'm not saying that it's a definite, but there's a good possibility that Romo ends up being inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame because of that, just because of, how it works with that. Sam Williams decided to get pulled over and end up with drug possession and firearm possession.
And Colby, he's developed a pattern. Remember the car wreck?
Right.
Last season where he wrecked his Corvette over off Preston and George Bush and Preston over off of Coit. And at first, everybody was saying that he was the victim. It wasn't his fault, but further investigation by the Plano Police Department's finest determined he was the one at fault in driving aggressively.
Right.
And he was injured. I think he missed a game, right? Was it a preseason game or it was right at the start of last season, I think.
Right.
Missed a game because of it. I don't know if he got his Corvette fixed or had another Corvette or whatever, but he was driving out there in Frisco Sunday night, did something wrong, got pulled over, found with an illegal substance and an illegal weapon.
Kind of on the illegal weapon.
Well, that's what he was charged with.
Right. So what happened with that is that he had a THC pen, which that's a problem. That's a problem because for some reason, and I heard Jeff on The Freak talking about this, for some reason, if you have the actual chemical THC, it's not a misdemeanor anymore. It's like a felony. So because of that, having that, now the weapon is illegal.
Right.
Because it's, you can't have a weapon while committing a felony, obviously, because you'll get charged for the weapon. So that's
ticky-tack, yes, but it's the law.
If he had this is amazing. If he had a bag of pot on him and a gun, it'd have been fine. But just a misdemeanor, just the one misdemeanor, not two. But the fact that it was a vape pen with THC or whatever in it, that's what. So the other side of it is, if you're wondering, in case you're like, oh no, what's going to happen to Sam? Nothing.
No, nothing legally he's going to have. He's not going to jail or anything like that.
Nothing's going to happen to Sam Williams. And in fact, if he misses a game, I don't think it's going to be this season. It'll be next season.
No, and the NFL won't suspend him for that.
No.
It'll be a strike against the conduct policy.
Right.
Which now is 2, probably, after last year's car accident.
Well, I mean, like I said, next season he might miss a game or 2 because of it, because that's when the courts and all that are going to find out. Also, well, you know what? We're way into it. We probably need to get to something else.
Yeah, you want to get to it?
Yeah, let's get to it.
Let's get to some of this, and we'll probably have time to talk about that other thing here coming up if you want to.
All right.
We always have time for something. But right now, it's time for this.
Yes. Welcome into Colby Sapp's Mystery Shotgun. I am your host, Colby Sapp, along with Pod Racer Tim. We've had some things going on now with the writer strikes and the actors being out. A lot of the news has kind of been put on hold for your comic book movie news, but there's some things happening in the world of comic book movies and sci-fi movies that we really need to get into. And the first thing that hit me is, if you haven't had a chance to watch it, you need to go watch this trailer. As Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon trailer is out for his upcoming 2-part series right now of Rebel Moon, and the trailer's out, and it's damned amazing. Now, I had Tim watch it, and he had a bunch of question marks for him above his head.
It's not hard to do.
But the fact that if you have a chance and you haven't already seen it, you need to go take a look at it, because special effects wise, this doesn't look Netflixy. This looks stupid amazing. And I have no idea about the story. I have no idea. All I know is that this was an offering as a Star Wars kind of spinoff that Zack Snyder wanted to do, but it never got approved, and so he's made it its own thing now with Netflix. And I must say this. The couple of times that you kind of saw like something like lightsabers used in there, they looked a lot better than the things that I've seen on like Disney Plus stuff.
They do look pretty badass, but I hesitated to call them lightsabers, even though that's kind of what they were intended to be.
They're laser swords.
Yeah.
So it's a lightsaber. And the other things, I will say this too about the trailer. There's so much going on in the trailer that at first I thought it was just for one of the movies.
But it's both, right?
It's for both. It has to be.
Because there's two coming out.
Because there's two movies, Rebel Moon, coming out. And so I was like, I don't know how any of this is going to tie together, because this looks like, because every little snippet scene was like a different scene.
Yeah.
And something else blowing up. It was Michael Bay directed this trailer. It's just nothing but.
Is he directing the movie, or he just did the trailer?
I'm saying as kind of a joke,
Right.
that the trailer looked like it's just a Michael Bay movie, just sped
Overdone.
up, just sped up. Not overdone.
It's overdone.
Michael Bay is his plots aren't there, but his special effects are great. This looked like that. Just
Had a little slow motion in there, a little John Ho.
John Woo?
John Woo, I see John Ho.
John Ho.
Don Ho's brother.
That's right. I'm super excited. I've been Zactivated as. Can't believe I just
Lord,
said that.
did you really?
I just said that, but it looks really good. In other Zack Snyder news, by the way, as soon as I'm able to get my eyeballs onto the Rebel Moon, there will be a review coming up. Other thing I saw was Zack Snyder was at. As I'm keeping with the Snyder news, he was at the IGN, which is the gaming awards, and he showed up and was doing an interview. And during him talking about Rebel Moon and such like that, they asked him, well, since we're here at the Game Awards, what video game would you like make a movie about? And he didn't even like take 2 seconds to pause. And he's like, well, it's been kicked around in my camp about Gears of War.
Okay.
All right. So Gears of War is, you've probably never heard of it.
I've heard of it. I don't know anything about it. My kids play it.
The basis behind it is like there's alien, like what are they called, locusts, but they've been living in Earth, inside Earth for a while, and they pop out now. They've now got enough of their stuff together to take over the Earth. And so they pop out, and then you go fight them. Mm-hmm. And the great thing about it is like the Gears guys have like their machine guns that also have chainsaws instead of bayonets at the end of it.
Yeah.
And just the amount of sci-fi awesomeness that's happening and gruesomeness that happens in Gears of War is amazing. The other person that has mentioned Gears of War as something they want to do is one Dave Bautista.
Uh-oh.
So if you can get those two together doing their thing in Gears of War, another reason to be super excited. And everybody just thought of Gears of War, thought of having Bautista play Phoenix in Gears of War. Put that together in your brain. That's amazing.
That would be awesome.
In DC news, Blue Beetle is doing okay. It's not doing great because people are afraid to go see Blue Beetle because of everything that's happened with DC movies of late, besides the Pat Bat. Everything else.
Like what? They all suck?
Yeah, pretty much all of them suck. Blue Beetle does not suck. It's actually really good, and it's above par for DC movies, and it's actually in the mid-rung to better than mid-rung if you were even considering ranking them against Marvel movies. So it's better than, some of the earlier or, like Thor 2,
right,
Iron Man 3, just because I hated it. Such like that. It's better than that. It's a good origin story. I don't know how far it's going to go because of the reboot that's going on, if they'll be able to carry this on, but give Blue Beetle a chance, everybody. Go ahead and go check it out. And let me know. Tweet at me at Colby Sapp. If you do go see it, what you thought about it, because all I can tell you is that I don't want to ruin it for everybody, but it's a good show. You should go check it out. And the reason why many people aren't going to see it is because they gave The Flash a chance. Well, some of you did.
I still haven't seen that.
Or as I called it, The Flush. Well, you can now also call it The Flop.
Oh.
As some of the DC Warner Brother heads have tried to tout that its making of $252 million, which it did, and saying, hey, thumbs up, it did good. No, it didn't. So they didn't make back their money.
Yeah, it costs more than that, right?
They didn't make back their money on it. It's bad. It's got some really good, I shouldn't say good, CGI. It's whelmed CGI. Mm-hmm. And then it's got some Vaseline screen CGI that's just bad. It's not, and the story's okay, but it feels kind of chopped together. If they would have been able to give it good CGI, it'd have been better. Mm-hmm. It'd have been better. But of course,
is that just a cost thing? Because obviously the technology is there.
It is. A lot of tricks aren't being used, and then half-assery is done on some of the CGI to where you just, oh God, I know that's not them. You automatically know. Like a really good CGI, you're like, I'm pretty sure that's CGI, but I can't tell.
Right.
You knew automatically that they made that on a Nintendo 64. So yeah, Flash. If you see the posts up that the Flash, hey, look what it did. It did great. It didn't do great, guys. So yes, in case we thought that there was a chance that Ezra Miller was going to still be, he's not. That pretty much seals everything. And also kind of seals the fate of Michael Keaton being anywhere near DC.
Man, that makes me sad.
He's done. And it also kills Batman Beyond. So all the things we were looking forward to, well, it
Thanks,
died.
Ezra.
It died.
You think quick question, you think the Ezra Miller stuff had anything to do with that, or had that never happened, it's just that bad of a movie?
I don't think it had anything to do with that as far as the quality of the movie. Maybe the people's response to the movie might have had something, you're just overdone with hearing about Ezra and what they're doing.
Right.
That might have been part of it, but the actual movie itself,
I'm going to watch it, and I typically enjoy movies that most people don't, because
Right.
obviously I'm not the comic book aficionado that you are, or that all of these critics are. If I like the movie, I'm going to say I like the movie.
right.
If I don't, I'll say I don't. For instance, Wonder Woman 1984, terrible movie, even by my uneducated,
Right.
standards.
Well,
But,
they forgot to put action scenes in that movie.
and dude, I went into Wonder Woman 1984 thinking this is going to be great.
Right. Oh, me too.
Because the first one was so great, and she's great, but
By the way, still Wonder Woman.
for now,
Yeah, still Wonder Woman.
or for you, she's still Wonder Woman.
No, that's until I hear otherwise.
Yeah.
That's the latest come out. Is Gal still got the Wonder Woman spot?
I'm okay with that. She's do more movies, though, that are nude.
I don't think she's going to. She's too classy.
Lingerie movies.
So before the writer's strike, we were hearing news that Ghost Rider was definitely in the works for Marvel. And they were kicking a lot of things around, and they were actually about to start finding a director, which would have meant we would have then got the cast
Right.
of Ghost Rider. As of right now, that's still just the news that we've got, is that they were kicking everything around. They want to go into the darker realms of the MCU, and so bringing him along is something that needs to happen. And also now, because the contract, the Nick Cage contract it's been over for a while, they can bring him at any point. So look out for that if this strike ever ends. But I did want to mention before we get into our Ahsoka review, because we watched episode 1, just want to let you know that, yes, you've probably heard it here a couple of times, but what we're about to experience in the MCU when everything picks back up will be a soft reboot of the MCU with Secret Wars, where everybody kind of bidding goodbye to the Sony MCU and all their characters, and really starting to look more at some of your newer Marvel characters being the heads of the Avengers and such. So you might be prepared to say goodbye to a few more of these old school things and old school guys.
I mean, it's been 20 plus years, right?
Right.
For a lot of these people.
So it's going to be kind of weird for people to accept that aren't comic book fans. They're just MCU fans.
Yeah.
That haven't experienced a reboot of their comics before. You're going to get to experience it in movie form.
And it's kind of overdue, right?
It is.
I mean, it usually doesn't last this long in the comic book cycle.
No, I mean, well, as far as what stories they've told, it lasts a little bit longer. But as far as how long it takes before you're like, all right, we need to tell you this great story again.
Right.
But from a different angle.
Right.
So that's going to be some of that happening with your MCU. But Ahsoka, me and IndyCarTim watched episode 1 before the show. We haven't gotten to episode 2. But without being a spoiler too much into it, I will let you guys know that if you were a fan of the Clone Wars or Star Wars Rebels, get ready. There are so many little callbacks and big callbacks to things that you probably hold near and dear that you're just get ready to have your Star Wars pants a little excited.
It's exciting.
It's really good setup. If you're not familiar with the Clone Wars and with the Rebels, as one IndyCarTim wasn't really. What did you think? Because I'm coming from the instance of, hey, this is, I know kind of the backgrounds. Mm-hmm. I know what's going on. You're kind of, even though you're a Star Wars nerd, kind of missed out on some of the animated stuff that happened.
Yeah, I watched none of Clone Wars. I watched none of Rebels.
Okay.
I know nothing about any of that. So a lot of these characters, these are new characters for me.
Right.
The hot Asian chick that died, I'm sorry, no spoilers. The hot Asian chick that's in it that was Ahsoka's Padawan, I guess, at one point. I'd never heard of that character before.
Okay.
I barely know Ahsoka. I know Ahsoka from Mandalorian.
Right.
More than I do anywhere else. So, as far as the Star Wars TV show goes, it had all the elements. Love the characters. And for the first episode, it didn't take a lot of character development, even for me, to figure out who these people are. They did it really, really well. So, yeah, if you're unfamiliar with the characters like me, you're going to enjoy the episode for sure. You'll figure it out pretty quick. But now I told you as soon as it was over, I said, all right, I'm in. I'm hooked for the series.
That's probably the best that you're going to get from Tim is, I'm in, I'm hooked.
Right.
Now, a couple of episodes from now, when I'm really getting into it, that's when Tim usually goes, I don't know what's going on. I'm so done. That's usually what happens.
That doesn't happen with Star Wars stuff, though.
Because you pay attention more?
The closest that I came to that point in a Star Wars show was Andor. Oh. I got a little bit lost in Andor, and I went back. I had to rewatch like 2 episodes. And I was still a little bit lost. But I got the premise of what was happening. Because it's a Star Wars universe. A lot of the MCU stuff that I get lost in, I don't have that much of an interest to go back. I'm just like, all right, I'll fake it during one of Colby's mystery shotguns. But it was good, man. I'm probably go home and watch episode 2 tonight because they released 2 episodes today.
They did. And yes, I'm really happy with this. This definitely does not have Boba Fett vibes. Thank God.
No, and I don't think, did anybody like Boba Fett? I mean, Boba Fett had a lot of excitement going into it.
Right.
I feel like it just wasn't necessary. It didn't really do anything. It didn't really tell a story. I mean, it showed some cool characters.
It did.
But it didn't really accomplish anything.
I will say I was okay. I was okay with everything until the Power Rangers showed up. Once the Power Rangers showed up, I was like, I don't know why we need these guys. Why that's happening. So there you go.
Weird.
Ahsoka so far, episode 1, 2 thumbs up. Really dug it. But keep your eye out, man. How smart was it to go back to my first subject? where they're like, hey, Ahsoka released today. Why don't we go ahead and release that Rebel Moon trailer? Because comparing some of how things looked, which Ahsoka looked good, to how they look with Netflix and Rebel Moon, it's like, oh, it's night and day. Oh, dear. I can't wait. I'm super excited. Again, I'll use it again. I'm Zactivated. Said it with pride.
There we go.
There it is. And there is your mystery shotgun, everybody.
Very good. Thank you, Colby. Oh, we got to do the outro, right? I feel like we have to do the outro all the time. So for on the video. All right, there he goes. Look for the Mystery Shotgun to be its own podcast, as it already is, but I'll publish that episode probably tomorrow. So if you want to tell your friends to go download it, just go to your favorite podcast app, iTunes, or I guess it's called Apple Podcasts now, Spotify. But the best place to go to find the Mystery Shotgun podcast, that would be at fanstreamsports.com, and just click on Mystery Shotgun.
Yeah.
And you'll have access to the video and the audio to enjoy, or you can download that FanStream Sports app on iOS and on Android and get all of our great content on the go, including our live shows like this one you could be listening to live.
Or watching live.
Or watching live on fanstreamsports.com. We embed all of the live videos over there for you. So good for us. Colby, is we going to go to break, I guess?
Oh, yeah. So coming up next, we've got a picky eater test and potatoes, and also news and notes. That's all coming up on the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim show.
Hello, sports fans.
It's not just a golf magazine, it's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there. All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about turf life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business, or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal, or, the hat, or the keychain, or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today and snag that window decal, or snag any other special Turf Life accessories, and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk. Hello, golf friends. It's IndyCarTim from the Rough. I want to take just a minute here and tell you about our new friends over at Orca Golf. They make high-quality PGA Tour grade golf bags, and they're the best in the business. They're the real deal. They're the best bags I've ever seen. They even designed a bag for the Golden Bear himself, Jack Nicklaus. Head over to orca-golf.com and pick up a great bag from their catalog, or let them customize one just for you. You can use your own custom colors, your own logo, you name it. You work with actual designers, and nothing goes out without the approval of founder Erica Bennett. She's just brilliant. Visit orca-golf.com, that's orca-golf.com, and use our promo code DSP10 for 10% off and free shipping. Do it today. Orca Golf, best choice in game.
Guys, let me tell you about Bay Area Modern Medical Center. Are you experiencing low sex drive, fatigue, hot flashes, moodiness, and you just don't feel like you have the vitality you once had? You're not just getting old, it's likely low testosterone. Studies over the last 20 years show a shocking decline in younger males aged 16 to 39. Older men have seen a sharp decline as well. Do something about it. Go see my friend Christopher Lugo at Bay Area Modern Medicine. Testosterone replacement is not a frivolous treatment. It takes a professional, targeted approach that focuses on total body wellness, vitality, and emotional stability. Not a one-size-fits-all approach like many clinics use. They will monitor your blood work and adjust your treatment as needed for optimal results. Call 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you.
Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby Sapp and IndyCarTim show. I am IndyCarTim. That guy over there is Colby Sapp, coming at you from the FanStream Sports Studios in hot, even though it's, almost 9 o'clock at night. It's still 102 degrees outside.
Oh, sucks. Well, I mean, it's better in here.
Yeah, it's 76, even though I've got the AC cranked down to 70. We're on the second floor of a 2-story building with a, what do they call them, the drop-down ceilings with very little insulation up there.
Right.
So, yeah, the best we can do is 76 degrees when it's 110 outside, which is...
Actually, really damn good.
I mean, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Wrapping things up here on a Wednesday night for you. We've got some fun here in the last couple of segments. We're going to have some fun with it. Colby, we talk about the things, what do we call it? We used to have a thing that we do, or we still do occasionally, called the dumbest thing I found on the internet or social media or whatever.
Right.
Occasionally I run across something that's fun. It's not very often, but it's occasional. And I ran across this the other night, I think on, probably Instagram or one of those things. And it's the picky food test, Colby.
Okay.
So, if I can find it. There it is. So I would like to put this on the screen for us. And there are 60 items here. And what you're supposed to do is you get 1 point for every item that you won't eat.
All right.
Or that you never have eaten. You have your pen and your paper over there.
I do.
So when I put it on the screen, I want you to look at it, and you start counting as I kind of describe the things for those who don't have the benefit of video, okay?
Gotcha.
So that way I can rattle some of these off. You get 1 point for every item you would not eat, and I want us to compare our numbers here.
Okay.
Because I'm sure they're going to be quite different. But some of the there are 60 items here as Colby's going through it for himself here, and he'll go first, and then I'll talk about mine. So the items are going to be, and these are in no particular order. It's just a number of some vegetables, some proteins, some condiments. But I will go down the list here. We have lettuce, cabbage, tomatoes, Brussels sprouts, zucchini, cauliflower, cucumber, asparagus, coconut, eggs, tea, white chocolate, liver, celery, mushrooms, pickles, eggplant, beans, avocado, peas, strawberries, oranges, watermelon, bananas, apples, pineapple. Speaking of pineapple, we discussed that earlier. Grapefruit, wheat bread, milk, raisins, yogurt, beets, olives, ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, ranch dressing, vinegar. I kind of want Kevin to take this.
Right.
Maggie. Mayonnaise, ranch dressing, vinegar, soy sauce, blue cheese, raw fish, cooked fish, canned tuna, oysters, snails, crabs, shrimp, chicken, grapes, sourdough bread, coffee, peanut butter, Nutella, beef, not Nutella beef, Nutella, beef, pork, turkey, garlic, tofu, onions, and carrots. So you get 1 point for each food item that you will not eat.
Okay.
I'm going to go through my list here, Colby. If you want to you don't have to tell us your numbers yet if you already have those.
I do.
But maybe give us some of your favorites on the list, and then a few maybe that you're out on.
Okay, some of my favorites on this list. Good God. All right. Of course, oysters. I love oysters. And your raw fish, that area. I love blue cheese.
Really?
Yes. I mean, I'm going to be quite honest, Tim.
You'd eat all of them?
There is nothing that's really on here. I've got one.
Are you serious? Out of 60?
I've got one, and it's not that I wouldn't eat them. I'm just not going to choose to eat them, and that's beets.
Haha, that's going to make my list, Colby, for sure.
I've got one item on here. That's it. That's it. I've went through the whole list. There's nothing else on here that I wouldn't eat because I love eggs. I love like liver, chicken livers.
Oh, that's on my list.
All those kinds of things. Of course, beans. I mean, there's nothing here that and tofu's okay. I love it in like hot and sour soup.
See, I love hot and sour soup, but I don't eat the tofu out of it. I'll just leave it in there.
And it mainly just tastes like whatever you put it in.
Yeah, it's just it's a texture thing.
Now, there's one thing you're going to find out about me. I don't have a problem with any kind of textures.
Yeah, we've talked about that before.
So,
all right, so your official number is 1.
my official number is 1. And I mean, it's like a half. If like beets were there and you made it right and put it in like a salad or something like that,
Right.
probably okay with it.
Okay, so mine, out of all of these, there's probably just maybe 3 things that I absolutely would not put near my mouth.
Okay.
One of those being Brussels sprouts.
I love Brussels sprouts.
Maybe beets
Okay.
and liver. Okay, those 3 things I'm absolutely out on.
So like liver and onions, you're out. Chicken
nope.
livers, you're out.
Nope.
Fried chicken livers.
Out.
Oh,
Out.
Fried chicken livers are the best, Tim.
No, they're not. My official number, though, for the sake of this list, is 9. There are 9 things on here that I kind of like you choose not to eat.
Okay.
All right.
So my beets, my 1 is your 9.
Is
All
my
right.
9.
Okay.
Those things would be, as I mentioned, Brussels sprouts, and I'm going to try to go based on memory here because I didn't write them. I just wrote the number down. Cauliflower. Will not put cauliflower anywhere near my body.
Oh, so
disgusting.
Cauliflower rice is out.
Nope,
huh?
I am out.
Okay.
I had a wife that tried to fool me, make me eat cauliflower rice, and then telling me it was the real thing.
Oh,
I could immediately tell.
Well, yeah, it's not the same.
And it was gross. Will not put it again. It's a texture thing. Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, liver. Next on the list, I will not eat. Celery, I choose not to eat. I'll eat it maybe if it's cooked, in a stew or something.
So your mirepoix?
Or a like a pot pie if it's in there, but it's got to be chopped small, and I don't want to know what it is.
Oh, dear.
Not a fan of celery. When I order wings, I don't want carrots or celery. Don't waste my plate space with vegetables. Give me an extra wing. So celery, and then probably strawberries. I will not put strawberries anywhere near my person.
Yeah, because of that thing you saw on the
Because
internet.
the thing I saw on the internet with the worms inside, and apparently those exist in just about every strawberry you buy in the States since 2007.
All right, well, they're good worms.
Not going to do it. Pineapple I'm not big on, but I don't think I put it on the list here because there are exceptions to that. I like pineapple rum. Raisins. Not putting raisins near my mouth if I don't have to.
Love raisins.
Nope. Not meant to be eaten by humans. And then beets. I love olives.
So you don't like grape jerky? Because that's what raisins are, is grape jerky.
No, I've never heard of grape jerky.
That's what a raisin is. It's a dried grape.
You know what jerky I like? I like beef jerky. Mark.
I'm calling the name grape jerky, by the way.
Grape jerky. Beets I will not eat. You know what? I'll even eat raw fish. I've had sushi before.
Love sushi.
I do love me some escargots and oysters, of course. I love grapes, sourdough, Nutella. Nutella is on my list of things. And I probably could have put peanut butter, but I'll eat peanut butter before I'll put Nutella on anything. So Nutella.
You're not down with the hazelnut spread?
Nope, I don't understand what it is, and therefore I will not eat it.
It's peanut butter made out of hazelnuts.
I don't know what a hazelnut is.
It's a nut. It's a hazelnut.
Instead of a peanut?
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
hazelnut.
I know what a peanut is, so I might eat the butter from a peanut, but I will not eat Nutella.
Okay.
And tofu was last on my list. Love carrots, onions, garlic. Don't love carrots with my wings. If I could contradicted myself, but what I love is glazed carrots, Colby, sugar-coated carrots.
Just give
candy
me
carrots.
Give me the carrots. Give me the celery, and I'm good. Maybe a little ranch on the side.
I
Or some pimento cheese and celery.
I do love pimento cheese. I do not like it with celery.
Some peanut butter with celery.
Or somebody tried to show me this thing. I think it was called Ants on a Log. Was that you?
No, but I have had.
You know what it is? Where it's celery with peanut butter and raisins. Oh, my God. There's nothing more disgusting I can think of right now than that. Oh, my God. Seriously.
It's good.
Peanut butter, celery, and raisins.
It's good. I don't know what to tell you.
It's like mixing dog shit, cow shit, and kangaroo shit.
It's really not. Because that would be weird. Why are you eating that?
Well, because you're eating raisins and peanut butter. It's the same thing.
So you don't like Raisin Bran?
I do. I don't eat the raisins out of it.
You leave the... So everybody else is hunting and pecking for the raisins.
I'm
and you're
leaving
like,
them. I'm like, here, y'all can have my raisins.
Oh, you're
So it's very, I know, I know, I get it. It's weird. I love Raisin Bran cereal. I don't eat the raisins. I love broccoli rice casserole. I picked the broccoli out of it. I want the rice casserole and the hint of the broccoli flavor in the rice and in the sauce, but I won't eat the broccoli. I'm probably better about eating broccoli now, but it has to be like in that form. It's got to be loaded in butter or cheese or something. Like I will not just eat
so you're defeating
steamed broccoli.
You're defeating the whole thing about the eating of the broccoli.
Yes, but I can say I ate broccoli, and that Vladdy will be happy with that.
Done.
I just don't. I don't get that kind of stuff. I probably should.
I mean, all those foods, every one of them except for the beets. And Sybil will be surprised at that because she'll open a can of beets and just eat a can of beets.
Oh, man. Yeah, see, I don't get that at all.
Beets
just, they have a weird. Okay, look, we've discussed this before. I have a thing about weirdly named foods.
Okay.
Cauliflower, stupid name. I'm not going to eat something named cauliflower.
I mean, it looks like a flower.
What's a caula?
I don't know.
Broccoli is disgusting. Will not eat because it's a gross name.
Eat your trees, Tim.
It used to be, I used to never eat asparagus.
Asparagus?
But now I love to broil it or grill it, and I'll eat asparagus. Like I make that with every time I grill a steak or something, I got to have some asparagus with it. I don't know. I used to not eat guacamole because of the name, but one time a chick made me do it under penalty of like threat of not getting any.
Yeah.
So I ate some guacamole once, and I was like, hey, this is pretty good.
Stupid. You're so dumb.
Then I broke up with her because she made me try guacamole.
So dumb.
But, yeah, so that's growing up. You know, I didn't have parental supervision much. They didn't force me to eat my veggies.
Right.
So I didn't. I got to drink all the soda as I wanted. So here's a funny story before we get into the potato thing. So, again, as a kid, my parents didn't wrangle me in, right? Like I ate whatever I wanted to. We'd go to the cafeteria. I wouldn't have to get vegetables. I could eat whatever the hell I wanted to. My parents were old, man. They were tired. They didn't have time to instill nutrition in me. They were done.
Okay.
They already raised my brother. He was gone out of the house, married, and and I'm like, I was the afterthought. I was the accident, right? So they didn't give a crap what I was doing. I remember one time I went and spent the night at my friend's house, and we went out to eat. By the way, I never drank water as a kid. Ever. Never drank water. It was always soda or chocolate milk. Went out to eat one time with my friend and his parents. And we went to a restaurant or whatever. Water. They're all ordering waters.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm probably 8.
Yeah.
I have Dr. Pepper. No, we're getting waters. Oh, Mrs. Smith, whatever, I don't remember. Mrs. Smith, I can't drink water because I'm allergic. They looked at me like, what? I can't. Ask my mom. I'm allergic. I have to drink soda.
Wow.
That was my mindset, man. That didn't go for real well.
No, I don't imagine it did.
I think she did call my mom. Like when we got home.
He was
You're allergic to water?
Need to make sure.
Yeah, I'm dumb. Speaking of foods, Colby, something to go along with the picky eater contest. Apparently I won. I'm more of a picky eater than you.
Surprise.
Okay, but 10 years ago, was that true? Like, what would your number have been 10 years ago?
The same.
Really?
Yeah, probably. I probably would have even not said beets. I'd just been like, no, I can.
You'll eat anything?
Yeah. I've often said there's like 2 things in this world that I won't eat, and I'm actually coming around on one of them. It was honey mustard and Miracle Whip. Everything else?
Whoa.
Everything else I'm in.
You're eating Miracle Whip now?
No, honey mustard. I'm not into Miracle Whip.
I love Miracle Whip. Whip, dude.
Miracle Whip is awful.
Dude, growing up, I didn't know what mayonnaise was. That's all we had was Miracle Whip.
No.
Dude.
As soon as you, this is the only time, as soon as you hand me a sandwich, and it's a ham sandwich, and I see that it has white stuff on it,
Mark.
I'm thinking it's mayonnaise, and I'll take a bite of it, and it's over with. I can't eat that sandwich.
You can't eat Miracle Whip?
I can't eat that sandwich. It's bad.
But mayonnaise you're good with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what mayonnaise was until I moved out of the house, like at the age of 17.
Like,
and I'm at the store trying to buy Miracle Whip, and I see it. I see this other stuff like, what is Hellman's? So I bought it, and I was like, oh, well, this is good, too. Like, I like them both. Sometimes I'm in the mood for Miracle Whip on my ham sandwich. Sometimes I want some mayonnaise.
No, it's just bad.
And my dad was a Depression baby, right? Born in 1930. And apparently Miracle Whip, like, if you look on the label, it says salad dressing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. And he used to freaking eat that on his salads.
Oh, my God.
That's like what he did at my house when I was little growing up. I'm like, I'm getting I don't think we even had ranch dressing. I would eat blue cheese. Ranch, I don't think was out yet. And because that's a relatively current modern thing, ranch dressing. People don't understand that. But
Thousand Island was the big
at Thousand Island, what my mom drank. Probably did drink it back in the day. But dude, I was a blue cheese or Rogaford kid. Rogaford was like a stronger version of blue cheese.
Right.
But man, my dad would just spoon out the Miracle Whip, stick it on a salad, just toss it all together, and I'm just like,
you just turned that salad into a calorie bomb, dude.
Yeah, you can tell my dad didn't care about calories much. Speaking of eating though, Colby, we both like taters, right?
Oh, of course.
I love me some potatoes. I'll eat potatoes cooked just about any way, prepared any way. So, of course, I had to go to Ranker to find out what the masses thought about the best way to eat potatoes, right?
I'm interested.
And then I want to talk about ours because I have one very specific, and I'm talking different kinds, frying, broiling, baking. You can throw all of them in there that we're about to discuss, and I have one that stands out above the rest, and it's not close. My favorite form of potato. Oof. Let's go through the list. There's 15 of them here. And number 15 on Ranker, according to the masses out there, is potato tacos.
I've never had a potato taco.
I haven't either, but
I mean, as far as a breakfast taco with the potatoes,
with a potato on it, right?
Yeah, I've had that.
Or I really dig shawarmas, chicken shawarmas,
right?
And you put like the pan fried whatever potato chunks in it,
Right.
I've done that. 14 on their list, baked sweet potato.
That's really good.
I love that. 13 is potato skins.
Probably my least favorite.
Not very healthy. Potato soup. I love a good potato soup, which is basically a baked potato all mushed up with some cream in it, like a potato soup.
Unless you make it into a dill pickle soup, which I do.
Yep, I've heard of that. Potato salad.
Yes.
I don't like every potato salad, but I like most potato salads because you have the mayonnaise kind, you have the mustard kind.
And I'm in on both of them, but unless you start to make it super sweet, then I'm out.
Right. No, I'm right there with you.
Which means you made it with Miracle Whip, so please get the fuck out. Never be in my kitchen again.
Bring a jar of Miracle Whip up here and eat it right in front of you. Number 10 is latke, which is like the potato pancakes.
Yes. By the way, going back to that Miracle Whip thing that you threatened to do, there's so much that I could do in reverse.
Yeah, you could gross me out a lot easier.
Yeah.
I'm aware. Number 9 is potato gnocchis. I love me a good gnocchi.
Soft, pillowy, amazing.
They're great. Number 8 is a twice-baked potato. I don't know why you got to bake it twice, but okay.
Oh, yeah, that's what basically it's the mash that's on top. You
recook it. Yeah, no, they're good.
That's mad.
7, which is probably my second favorite type of potato, the scalloped potatoes.
Scalloped is good.
And then 6 is baked potato.
Probably still haven't hit my favorite yet.
5 is tater tots.
I love tater tots.
4 is hash browns, which is a different form of a tater tot.
Mm-hmm.
3 is mashed.
Oh, mashed. That's amazing.
2 is potato chips.
Okay.
Which leaves number 1, the obvious French fries.
Right.
Which one's yours?
They didn't mention stewed potatoes.
They didn't mention stewed, and it went 15 deep.
I love stewed potatoes.
I don't know if I like stewed potatoes.
It's my granny and then my mom, their stewed potatoes, that was like one of the most requested dishes to be on like the side of like your chicken fried steak situation or whatever. So that's amazing. My favorite, like I get giddy to get these things is when you have somebody went through, attempted, and pulled off the homemade tater tot.
Uh-huh.
That has got to be my favorite.
It's hard.
When it's crunchy, then soft, and it's got a little bit of the hash brown situation going in.
Yep.
That's my favorite.
So my favorite, again, hands down, above all, anything else, not even close, tater tots. But it can be the store-bought frozen. It can be the Sonic ones. I don't even care, dude. I buy the 5-pound bags of frozen tater tots at the store. We'll have them with hot dogs. We'll have them with hamburgers. Sometimes we'll have them with baked potatoes.
What?
Got to double up the potatoes because I like
no,
the
you
crunch,
don't.
man.
No, you don't.
I can eat. And you know what? I'll put tater tots in my breakfast tacos.
Okay.
With the sausage and the cheese and the eggs. I'll cut the tater tots in half and I'll throw a couple of them in there.
Oh, I'm sure it's great.
Oh, my God, dude. I freaking love tater tots.
Did we just become best friends?
I think we did.
Damn it.
Damn it. Can't happen. The show's going down.
I was ready for controversy. I'm going to say my favorite because my favorite is I love a good handmade, homemade tater tot.
Man, I never thought that you would have said tater tots.
It was between that and like your McDonald's style hash brown.
Dude, I love those too. Oh, we still haven't tried the what was the hash brown and the
McFlurry?
The Oreo McFlurry, right?
Yes.
Oh my God, I can't believe we're gonna do that.
It's going to happen.
It's too hot right now. It'll melt on the way.
Won't make it here. As soon as it cools down, we will be doing the hash Oreo McFlurry.
God, that chick too. She looked so happy when she was eating it.
I imagine it's great. I also imagine that right after that, it's going to be a short episode.
Get to the bathroom, Colby.
Yep.
I might do a couple of segments by myself.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, me. Thank you, you, for making us sound good. News and Notes is where I search the World Wide Web for the weird.
Internets.
And by God, I found it. You ever feel like you need to talk to Jesus?
Every day.
Well, you can do that now on your phone.
No, is there an app?
There is a AI app.
Oh, my God.
And the artificial intelligence has been told it's Jesus.
And it believes you, of course.
And it's programmed to respond like Jesus. And you can now text artificial Jesus on your phone.
Do we need to make this a segment where we text AI Jesus and get responses to questions?
Not only can you text AI Jesus, but there's other AIs on this app that you can text.
Elvis?
Like Peter.
Oh, we're talking biblical characters.
Mary.
Some questions for her.
Joseph, Matthew.
All right.
And David.
Ooh, King David. All right. Yeah, I got some questions for him, too.
So if you ever felt like texting them, you can do that. And for a premium fee, you can text Satan.
Oh, you got to pay extra for Satan, but not Jesus.
You got to pay extra for Satan.
Dude, we should. I'm paying for it. Let's do it. We're gonna do that. Do a segment.
So, deepening your faith through.
Is it deepening your faith
through text with AI Jesus? Or I guess if you're a Satanist, you text. I don't want to. Okay,
what if you don't like what you hear?
Here's the thing. If you paid the money to text AI Satan, I mean, there's something about the whole, I'm going to go talk to the devil. That just doesn't, like, if you were saying...
But you're just texting.
Yeah, I know, but you're text chatting Satan.
So I'm on my phone over here.
Yeah.
Colby's going to be like, who you texting? Satan. Doing that.
Don't do it near me. All right?
Doing it.
You can text the Jesus. You can text Mary, Joseph, David, all those. That's fine. Do not be texting Satan near me. I don't want Satan to be anywhere near my phone.
Colby, I got news for you, buddy.
You already texted Satan?
That's a daily thing for me. My ex-wife.
So, let's go from there to... How you doing? Let's go from there. Almost said your name.
That's probably watching.
So, we'll go from there to Georgia. You heard of porch pirates, right?
Yes, Colby, they steal things.
Well, Robin Swanger He's a bigger porch pirate than any other porch pirate that's ever existed. Because he didn't steal items off this person's porch. He stole the full 8x10 porch.
What? It's not connected?
So I'm envisioning like a trailer home.
Yeah.
That has like the porch out front of it. So Robin went, just grabbed everything up, all the materials, and took their porch.
Dude.
They found out it was him, and they haven't been able to reach the sheriff's office for additional comment, but yeah, they caught him. He's in jail for literally stealing a porch. Well, I don't know why you need a porch that badly.
Maybe he had a trailer without a porch.
So, cool. I'm sure that the person that you stole the porch from, and when they go by your trailer, is going to be like, that looks an awful lot like the porch I had.
Especially if you like carved something in it at some point.
Right. Darla loves Jesse. Damn it. His name's
Jack
not
loves
Darla.
Diane.
Let's go from there when we're going to Dewsbury,
I like that cartoon strip.
where they have jailed a dangerous predator because he attempted to rape a child.
Oh, this is the picture I have, isn't it?
Yes. So he's a quote, a dangerous sexual predator who tried to rape a young boy, has been jailed for 10.5 years. Now, nowhere through this article does it say anything happened to him on his way to jail. Go ahead and post his picture.
Colby, something happened to him, I promise.
Nobody said anything. In fact, the news article didn't even ask a question. They're just like, here he is.
Is that Jared Fogle?
This is how he showed up. No questions asked. That's pretty damn amazing. That
Surprised both eyes aren't swollen shut.
it's damn amazing because like he attempted this, and of course during the attempt he was caught during the attempt, and the boy was able to get away, and then the cops were called, and nobody says anything else. I'm sure this is not how he was at first, but congratulations. I love the fact that nobody says nothing. It's like, just, he did this horrible thing, and this is how he made it. This is how he made it to the jail. By the way,
That's the best part. Nobody questioned it.
nobody questioned it. That's the damn best part. The other best part is, well, probably not the best part, but I haven't said this gentleman's name yet.
Oh, no.
I'm going to try and distance as far away from the story as I can and try and take a couple of deep breaths and maybe a woosah, because the 29-year-old Christian Anus from Dewsbury, swear to God, that's his name. That's what happened. You just had to know that that's his name. Maybe I don't even know how to move on, so I guess I just should. Did you hear his name? I think his parents had a problem with everything. So there's that.
Dewsbury.
That's right. Good God Almighty. Why would you name your kid that? Anyway. Let's go from there to, by the way, Tim's also laying out on me because he spilled his beer on his computer.
I think I just broke my computer, Colby.
I seen you where you was. We're going to American Airlines flight AA-1680 as it had to divert to Jacksonville after an incident. The incident was an airline passenger mistaked her, she thought she was grabbing her hand lotion. She was going to squeeze her off a couple of rounds of hand lotion while it was in her purse.
Been there.
She squeezed off a couple of rounds of her pepper spray. Now you're in a hollow tube. You can pull his face off with a. You're in a hollow tube, sailing. There's not vents.
Where's it gonna go?
Air recirculating. Can you imagine the person once that hit the recirculating system and they've got that one little vent focused right on their own forehead? And it's just pepper spray? Can you imagine the chaos happening? So they diverted to Jacksonville because pepper spray. At what point during the squirting did she go, uh-oh?
Like it had to be immediately, right?
She got like a couple of pumps out. I don't know how long it took her hand to realize, but she had to know her purse was now having things come out of it that could ward off a bear, right?
Poisoned.
So I guess never buy lotion that has the same button topper as your pepper spray. So there's that. Don't. You know what? I'm going to go on from that because I need to get to this one. I love it when the CDC has new advisories for us. Kind of shows me how dumb we are as people. The CDC is now released. Yep. Christian anus. The CDC has now released an advisory. The advisory is, please stop kissing your turtles.
We have to be told this, Colby.
Stop cuddling and kissing with your pet turtles. Because salmonella. Salmonella outbreak is caused by people kissing and playing with their turtles. So people are playing and kissing with their pet turtles, which I'd be afraid the turtle would be like, yep, that's my lip. I want it now.
Like snapping turtles?
Just turtles. They have
I guess they're not all snapping turtles.
Yeah, little beaks and stuff. They eat things.
Colby, people are dumb.
But after you get done cuddling with your turtle, they're also like, I'm good and don't need to go wash up or anything. So they're advising just don't kiss and cuddle your turtles. So there's that. 3 women were injured in a vicious and relentless otter attack in the Montana River, with one losing almost half a right ear. I didn't know otters were dangerous, to be honest with you. I always see otters and I'm just like, meh. But a group of otters...
They hold hands when they float, don't they?
Decided these women ought to known better. Wait for it. And they attacked. He missed the whole, they ought to know better.
They ought to know. I didn't miss it.
Just didn't do anything with it.
Waiting for you to follow something up with it.
No, that's all I had. But I just the wildest story is what happened to your ear. And she turns around and goes, otter attack. What?
No one said those 2 words together ever.
Otter attack. Yeah, me and my friends were just floating the Montana River because it's hot. And these otters just decided that we needed not to be there and just group attacked us. Ugh. I can't imagine. I mean, things I question is like, when you saw the otters moving in, what did you think? Because I wouldn't have thought, oh shit, we got to move. I'd have been like, okay, so what's happening now? Because my brain wouldn't fired off, they're coming to get us.
No, not an otter.
No.
They're peaceful creatures.
You think? Until they bite your ear off like Mike Tyson.
Oh my God.
So yeah, no, I mean, look at the lady's face.
That's an otter attack.
There you go.
She ought to know better. Oh, you already did that.
I already did that. That's news and notes, everybody.
Thank you, Colby Sapp. Thank you for everyone who's been a part of this one. Colby, me. Special thanks to our sponsors, Turf.
Stop kissing your turtles.
Dad, leave your turtles alone, Jared Fogle. Don't Jared Fogle your turtle.
That's right.
That's all I'm talking about.
Yeah, don't Christian Anus your turtle.
Thanks to Turf Life, Golf Central Magazine, Orca Golf, and, of course, those boys up in Kansas City with Orion Golf. More sponsors coming soon. Hopefully some that aren't golf, because that makes me tense.
Right.
Like we have to act like golfers to have golf sponsors. But we will be back on Monday with another Colby Sapp and IndyCarTim show. We can't promise that we'll have as much fun, but we do promise we'll try. Until then, boys and girls, we'll see ya. Whoops, wrong one.